Shawn Levy has been on quite a roll the last number of years. First of all, he directed one of the most underrated films out there, Real Steel with Hugh Jackman, which I thought was absolutely wonderful. He then did the Adam Project. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff, including working with Stranger Things. He recently has been working a lot with Ryan Reynolds, obviously. He did the Adam Project. He's directing Deadpool 3, but he's also directing a Star Wars movie that they announced that Shawn Levy was going to be stepping up, and he's doing a Star Wars movie. Would that movie actually happen? Which is a fair question for us to ask about any announced Star Wars movie, because they cancel a lot of movies that they announce and then mysteriously just kind of disappear. But more importantly, if he was to do a Star Wars movie, what kind of Star Wars movie would it be? And he's just given us a little bit of an update. This comes from the folks over at Star Wars Newsnet, who said the following. And this is quoting Shawn Levy saying, "When Kathy Kennedy brought me on board to make a Star Wars movie, her central mandate to me was, I want a Shawn Levy movie. I want a story and a tone that reflects you and your tastes and what you bring to your movies with a Star Wars story. So," he says, "I have felt extremely empowered. We are in the early days, unfortunately, because of the development process was abruptly paused due to the writer's strike, but I feel very empowered to trust my instincts in the development of this story and this movie." All right, now, Shawn, obviously, again, he's got Deadpool 3 that they're still trying to work on and get wrapped up and put out there. He's got a couple of other projects as well, but the Star Wars thing seems to be behind his priority list. Rob, I'm going to tell you this. To me, when you're coming into an existing franchise, what I don't want to hear is the head of the studio saying to the director, I just want you to make whatever kind of movie you want to make. I just want you to just make one of your movies. Just go. Normally, I don't want to hear that, because that can lead to what we had with the Star Wars sequels, which was a completely unplanned, uncharted, going all over the place, which ultimately ended in a big mess with The Rise of Skywalker, or something like what happened with the DCEU, where a lot of the different movies just never fit in tone. Like with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like or dislikes a lot of the movies, even though they made a bunch of wildly different movies, they all had the same tone, right? And I normally wouldn't want to hear a director being told, oh, just run out there and make whatever kind of movie you want to make. But I'm going to make an exception here for that. And I'll tell you why. Because this Star Wars movie is clearly not like Star Wars Episode 11 or Star Wars Episode 12. This is going to be more likened unto a Rogue One, where it's like, this is a new story set somewhere else in the galaxy with new characters. And as such, I think that gives Shawn Levy a lot more flexibility to play with what kind of movie he wants to put on the screen and not have to worry if it's fitting in with the tone of Episode 7 or fitting in the tone with Episode 8. It's really going to be its own thing in a very vast galaxy. And Rob, I've been saying for a long time that one of the things I think Star Wars needs to do is expand the galaxy. This is a big universe. You don't only have to stick with the story of the Skywalkers and the auxiliary characters that have been connected to the Skywalkers going out there. So, you know what? At first, I didn't like hearing this, but the more I think about it, I'm kind of down with it. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. What do you think about Kathleen Kennedy saying to a Shawn Levy, saying, hey, go make your kind of movie, make what you want? Do you think he's going to be a good fit for the Star Wars universe? What are you thinking?
Well, I think, that the thing about Shawn Levy, when you say go make a Shawn Levy movie, there's a lot of heart in his films. Even though, like, you brought up Real Steel or The Atom Project or Free Guy.
I love Free Guy.
He takes these big, giant ideas, science fiction, fantasy ideas, and he grounds them in humanity. And Star Wars has always done that. And I feel that you go back to the original Star Wars, I've always said that Luke and Han are a farmer and a truck driver. They're us.
Right.
We know those guys. We don't really know Jedi, and we don't know Grand Moff Tarkin, but we know Luke and we know Han. And I think that Shawn, as people, like, we recognize ourselves in them, we recognize people we know in them. And I think if Shawn Levy were to do a Star Wars movie, he would bring back that desperately needed humanity. And I don't mean that you can't have aliens, but the human heart that was at the core of Star Wars that I think gets lost, especially lately. In all of the Star Wars of it all, where's the humanity? Where are the people? Which is funny to say about aliens in a galaxy a long time ago, far, far away. But I think that's what she means when she says, I want a Shawn Levy movie.
Do you think that he's going to be a good fit for that? Do you think he's going to be able to deliver that? Because we've seen that in some of his other films, but we're talking about a very specific universe and with a very, let's say, finicky fan base. Do you think he's going to fit in well there?
100%. Because, great filmmakers they adjust. They can do work in different genres. And it's really all about the characters and the story. And I think that I think Shawn Levy's going to probably be a tremendous fit for the Star Wars universe based on his previous track record. I mean, because if you look at the dynamic, especially of the original trilogy, that's Shawn Levy's wheelhouse.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.